Bepin Chowdhury's lapse of memory. Every Monday on his way back from work, Bepin Chowdhury would drop in at Cl-VIII in New Market to buy books, crime stories, ghost stories, and thrillers. He had to buy at least 5 at a time to last him through the week. He lived alone, was not a good mixer, had few friends, and didn't like spending time in idle chat. Today, at Cl-VIII, Bepin Babu had the feeling that someone was observing him from close quarters. He turned around and found himself looking at a round-faced, meek-looking man who now broke into a smile. "I don't suppose you recognize me. Have we met before?" asked Bepin Babu. The man looked greatly surprised. "We met every day for a whole week. I arranged for a car to take you to the Hudu Falls." In 1958, in Ranchi, "My name is Parimal Gose." Ranchi? Now, Bepin Babu realized that it was not he, but this man who was making a mistake. Bepin Babu had never been to Ranchi. He had been at the point of going several times, but never made it. He smiled and said, "Do you know who I am?" The man raised his eyebrows, bit his tongue, and said, "Do I know you? Who doesn't know Bepin Chowdhury?" Bepin Babu now turned towards the bookshelves and said, "Still, you are making a mistake. One often does. I've never been to Ranchi." The man now laughed aloud. "What are you saying, Mr. Chowdhury? You had a fall in Hudu and cut your right knee. I brought you iodine. I had fixed up a car for you to go to Nitarhat the next day, but you couldn't because of the pain in the knee. Can't you recall anything? Someone else you know was also in Ranchi at that time, Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee. You stayed in a bungalow. You said you didn't like hotel food and would prefer to have your meals cooked by a Biwarchi. Mr. Mukherjee stayed with his sister. You had a big argument about the moon landing, remember? I'll tell you more. You always carried a bag with your books in it and on your sightseeing trips. Am I right or not?" Bepin Babu spoke quietly, his eyes still on his books. "Which month in 58 are you talking about?" The man said, "October." "No, sir," said Bepin Babu. "I spent puja in 58 with a friend in Kanpur. You're making a mistake. Good day." But the man didn't go, nor did he stop talking. "Very strange. One evening I had tea with you in a veranda of your bungalow. You spoke about your family. You said you had no children and that you had lost your wife 10 years ago. Your only brother had died insane, which is why you didn't want to visit the mental hospital in Ranchi." When Bepin Babu had paid for the books and was leaving the shop, the man was still looking at him in utter disbelief. "Kaka dan tlang pu chu ni maya chuan tuna chuan wa ten kat le uluk le zon kan lo en lang o Bepin Chowdhury's apostrophe s om chuan ani tu soi na kha ani maya lapse of memory chu kan se ka lapse chu lo emo chan emo tina ni mai ta ni Bepin Chowdhury yan a memory a thil hriat na a chan thu tina ni ta ni. Every Monday to tan near piang hian on his way back from work at Natangaron ban konga hian Bepin Chowdhury would drop at Cl-VIII in New Market to buy books. Bepin Chowdhury chu Cl-VIII adora New Market a lekhabulei turin a chol zi a lut ho zi a crime story ti te ghost stories around to the thrillers later. He had to buy at least 5 at a time to last him through the week. Had to buy at least a claim 5 at a time. Voi khata panga to last him through the week. Kar khatsung dai turin last to dai tinani. Oh, anung bers tina ani kharlawani. Heta chuan dai tinani week. Kar khatsung dai turin. He lived alone. Amaina achenga hetiang LIVE TV in khelte an life a hen life tia lam ani thina chumin ni lo chuan live tia lam vek turani atopa di mawangin lived lai te khapoi mo veni he lived alone and was not a good mixer mixer ti chu mi jinga cheng mi nena in pol ho thian kom thiam lo tina ni mayang chu not a good mixer ti chuan had few friends few to claim friends to train. And didn't like spending time in idle chat. Spend too long time. Ngay idle ti chu tong kai lo tu lo ti nani chat ti chu ti thu ho mai so ya hun kho ral hi nuama ti velawa. Today went to at Cl-VIII Dora chuan Bepin Babu had the feeling that someone was observing him from close quarters. Feeling to till shit na to emani hian observing and clear close quarters nai taka aron clearing ni hian afila ashia. He turned round and found himself looking at a round-faced, meek-looking man who now broke into a smile. An hoilet chuan mi pakhat mai bial lam deuh meek-looking man, meek, and quiet, humble. In ngay to melda mai in thon melda mai pakat mai bial lam hi amua chupa chu lo nui do sau to maya. I don't suppose you recognize me. Suppose to ring tinang daw ni. Min selo ani melda mai alo tini. Have we met before? Asked Bepin Babu. Kanin mutongay mi ask Bepin Babu. Ask ti alam ching kanom chin hay ask anilawa ask ani The man looked greatly surprised. Chupa chuan makati email le maya. We met every day for a whole week. Kar kachung top chundi tin kanin mukha whole chu pumpui week chuk chol kar. I arranged a car for you to take to the Huda Falls. Arranged ti chu rem khom tinani mai hata chon ngai tu asak tinani chu Hudu Falls ikal na tur mun ming ni mai he chu ikal na tur ta po kar ka ngai tu asak che kha tini. In 1958 kumsa kha sakwa songwa paret khan in Ranchi khwa. My name is Perimal Gose, coming to Perimal Gose niya. Ranchi tini heng hi question mark ang chon Ranchi tingot lavin question mark chon atop lam he ten akoi chhode thina ni Ranchi antila question mark kha Ranchi mo tinang kha alo ni theitani. Now Bepin Babu realized that it was not he but this man who was making a mistake. Le tuna chon Bepin Babu chuanin ama ni lavin he pa amu thar pa zo khi thil te sol tu zo ran hai tu zo kani ti afeta a mistake chu ti swal making a mistake thil ti swal inan mai realize se chuak Bepin Babu had never been to Ranchi. Had never been kalto never been chon lakal ngai lo Ranchi hian Bepin Babu lakal ngai lo simsuma. He had been at the point of going several times. Point of going and it's on culture several engamoza times voi engamoza chu a local trip to thina but never made hisiam tinani lo heta chuan a lo tlingai lo ni tinani mai local lek to thina amaro chu ala ti lo tlingai lo ni. He smiled and said, "Do you know who I am?" And ni sang chung hian tunge kan ni em heng hi mizo hian kan lam sol thin said ti lo tu said, S-A-D, said, ang alam to rin eh. He smiled and said, do you know who I am? Ito po, question mark ni Wangin, at topin lam chow de wila. Oh, do you know who I am? Tirungot ay chuan, do you know who I am? Anti kan, zona question ni ti at siyang zualve. Ani? The man raised his eyebrows. Raised to the tongue. Oh, eyebrows, it's a bit mul. Akan tani. Amit mo chun tikanga bit his tongue, bite past tense niya, chu se tina niya, alian sea and said, oh said nilawin, do I know you? Kasi who doesn't know Bepin Chowdhury? Tunge Bepin Chowdhury sa lavang tini. Bepin Babu now turned towards the bookshelves and said, bookshelves itu lekaburem na chuaka. Turn towards and it's one pan emo hoi emo. Oh, Bepin Babu chuan bookshelf lang chuva pan pa chuan tihen asoya. Still, you are making a mistake. Still, chu cheu. Oh, ila tiswal cheu min lahai cheu ani ka. Ila raswal cheu ani ka. One often does. One hi number one pakhat ani lava missing sainani. One often does missing this one. Tiswal kan nei thina lom often chu thin. Oh, fo tinani. Missing this one tiswal kan nei fo thina lom. I've never been to Ranchi. Ranchi akalakal ngai lo reng. Oh, I've never been to his chinchia. Oh, don't come here. I've never been to Ceylon. Ceylon kalakal ngai lo. I've never been to Guwahati. Guwahati kalakal ngai lo. I've never been to London. London akalakal ngai lo. Oh, tiang zel kan man. Tiang ve ha zel torane. The man now laughed aloud. Laughed to kan sietro. Nui allowed to ring. Ring takina nui chuak ta. What are you saying, Mr. Chowdhury? You had a fall in Hudu and cut your right knee. Hudu a khanin itlua. Ikub tepo iti pemkha. Ikub ding lam ni kub. Oh, I brought you iodine. Damdoi iodine tepo karon lak sakse ni ka. I had fixed up a car for you to go to Netarhat the next day, but you couldn't because of the pain in the knee. Atuka next day atuka Netarhata ikana tur car tepo ngai to fel sakse fixed ko siam tinatepo ni ta chuan ngai to sak tina nang mang chu oh ama ro chu but you couldn't itheilawa achan chu pain na in the knee ikhu pana awang khan ikal theilaw ni ka. Can't you recall anything? Recall ngai to let se chuak oh eng mai se chuak zo to nange. Someone else you know was also in Ranchi at that time. Midang isiat email se dang tepo Ranchi han chu tila chon omvelom Mr. Dinesh Mukherjee aka. You stayed in a bungalow a itsenga in thenga oh bangla kan timai mi zo chon tero. You said said 11. You said you didn't like hotel food. Hotel cho chu tui itilauti te poiso ya hotel hotel and would prefer to have your meals cooked. Prefer to do zok meals to cho midday meal te pokanti ha cooked siam by a bewarchi nge bewarchi chu kanje laibu ve ka he ta min pe ya cook tinan mai tan cook rong bol e du zok thu te poiso kha. Mr. Mukherjee stayed with his sister. Mr. Mukherjee too, you had a big argument about the moon landing, remember? Moon landing at the Pokhan, big Julian argument too in the Lien, Omilo Tram, Zotuan. Nasatakin Nilan Ika, remember, I'll tell you more. You always carried a bag with your books in it on your sightseeing trips. Sightseeing is in na po ibeka ile khabu chu ile keng thin tho sightseeing kan ti chu khoya mo kan zin na te mun ning thang kan wa mu te kan wa fan te sightseeing an ti spelling khu chen chiang ro SIDE ani la khu SIGHT sightseeing trips. Am I right or not? Kasi dikem atitani. Bepin Babu spoke quietly. 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 his eyes still on the books. Le khabu amit la om rengin kan tenga lo tora mazo tong chuan le khabu la en reng pa chuan tinan mai which month in 58 are you talking about? Ang tiklamo so he's 58 chuan. The man said October akhan. No sir, said Bepin Babu nilave kapu. I spent puja in 58 with a friend in Kanpur. 58 puja kumsang ha zakwa som nga paret puja te khachu Kanpur ka chen te bola ka mang dai lom ko chen pa bola. You're making a mistake. Good day. Ise sola ni kha. Good day. Ni thatak mang che mang thale kakal mai nge ani le mai atina tlukani mazo tong chuan. But the man didn't go, nor did he stop talking. Ma se chupa chukal mai lova, nor did he stop talking. Tong po chu angoi po ngoi lovin ala tong chun zom ta zel boka. Very strange to amak le mai. One evening I had tea with you in a veranda of your bungalow. Like a pichu in bangla veranda batara. Thingpui kan indun nge kha. Thingpui hi and drink ngai lo and have thina ni he sin se to I had tea thingpui ka in tinani I have tea I will have tea thingpui ka in don you spoke about your family in family chungchang de po isoya English sa chuan atlang puin hetiang hian thuk tui tu rani thuk rei tur family tingot lawin family fair. You said you had no children. And that you had lost your wife 10 years ago. Kum som kalta khan in a boy ichan in about a sunset in anime ichan tipo isoika. Your only brother had died insane. Una panechun la chu insane ti chu reu kim lo hey kan tiang do hin mang chu ta wangin na pan chun la athi to which is why you didn't want to visit the mental hospital in Ranchi mental hospital mental to rulam rulam na nei da khom na hospital apo itlo du Ranchi rulam na nei hospital po itlo du lo chan kha ani kha atini. When Bepin Babu had paid for the books and was leaving the shop, the man was still looking at him in utter disbelief. Bepin Babu chuan ale khabumante ahan pek fela dor achwa san la chuan chupa chuanin makti de main oilo mel de main lo la ena atar chu seiwarna na salutuk very tinene nang do rang disbelief oilo na oilo maktilu tukin ala en how many kala po chuan la hian comprehension check ma comprehension ti chu kan che thiam na kan the thiam tak je tem ti check na ni ta ni question ma sabera why did the man stare at Bepin Babu in disbelief stare to en how en dog ang kan han tiang chi Bepin Babu khan enga tinge mi pakat khanin Bepin Babu khanga tinge disbelief lo de makti de wa en how mai le tinani tani panina where did Bepin Babu say he went in October 58 Bepin Babu khanin October 58 akan khonge kalni ain soi mention any three or more things that Parimal Gose knew about Bepin Babu mention to soi soi chuak soi lang Til Patum, Parimal Gose Khanin, Pu, Bepin Babu Chungchang Achet Patum, Tekha, Hansay Te, Tinan Tani Heng Ho Hi, Tun Tumatan Chongan Do Tokanga, Hemi answer Ho Hi, WhatsApp group not ang pen pedon ni a video hi atul ang angin lo en non le ula at siar khathiam takalo siar tumtur ani siar nal taka siar te tumtur ani